Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Sorry we lied to you.
Yeah, he
I didn't
lied.
mean to.
It's
Someone
my
got
fault. You
sick.
guys can blame me. I'll fully
It's
take
not your fault,
responsibility
it's
for
your
You,
this.
friend's
you were
fault.
being responsible.
Yeah, I am sick today, and this has fundamentally altered the process by which we make the show. Today, instead of being in studio like we swore we would be, we are again using. You know, it's funny. In the last week's episode, I mentioned how we were trying this set up out for the first time, and, like, it'd be great because 'cause it'd be like, if, for example, somebody might get sick or something, and it sounded really ominous when I heard it again. 'Cause
So
I
maybe
was
it is
like,
your
"Was I
fault
th"
after all.
What if
Yeah, I don't it
someone
felt
should
weird.
get sick?
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Wouldn't it be
no.
terrible?
That'd be horrible.
So, today's episode is gonna be a little different. For the time being, we're going to be leveling characters because as of the last combat, you guys are now ready to level to level 5. So
4, right?
Yeah.
or 4, sorry.
Yeah.
Um, I wrote 5 because it was my 5th thumbnail.
Yeah, and I've been pushing the level 5 agenda because I want another experience.
Uh, I'm probably not gonna do a ton of talking. I'm gonna let you guys take the reins, let go and let party, and, um we'll see after leveling. The plan has been to do like a short session on the second half of the show. So, I guess we should probably do like intros and stuff still, right?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know? Um, so yeah, you're supposed to go first.
Hello. My name is Esther Inglis Arkell, and I cozied up the bottom of my sea cave by making banana bread.
That's so good.
I'm Parker Thompson. My webcam is precariously perched on top of my laptop, so we'll see if it remains.
I'm Libby Kramer. I currently have 1 animal within 2 feet of me. Let's hope it stays just 1.
I'm Carissa Lenning, and I forgot I was on mute.
It's real.
I have a Chicago fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago fact.
This is a
Let's do
rabbit
it.
hole that I went down when I was researching stuff for the marathon. Um, just did you know that Chicago has a large population of Luxembourgish people?
Yeah, I
Um,
did. I just saw this.
which is weird because there's not very many Luxembourgish people, like in general. Um, but it's like the largest outside of Luxembourg. And I guess Rogers Park has some sort of like Luxembourg America festival, and there's like organizations and stuff, which is hilarious for a country that has like 600,000 people total in the actual
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
College roommate who halfway through us living together, her family moved to Luxembourg.
That's
Rich.
crazy.
Yeah.
A guy who's a knight of Luxembourg.
Whoa,
What
that's
does that
Whoa,
mean?
sick.
You
that's
need
so
to
cool.
unpack it. What does
He
that
got
mean?
he got knighted. Like it's literally what it means. Like, cause yeah, he's one of the Luxembourgian people who lives in this area, and I guess he does so much for the local Luxembourg community that they're like, hey, we want to knight you.
That's
That's
wild.
crazy.
So he is a sir.
Wow.
Is he working does he work with them here? Like in Chicago?
Guess I don't know all the details. I don't know
I mean,
him
does he
very well.
Oh, okay.
I just said I
That's
know
fair.
him.
That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently in Illinois, there's like about 7,000 self reported people of Luxembourgish descent.
That's so many by percentage.
Yeah, right?
That's like more than 1% of Luxembourg's population.
Because
Yeah.
like only 50% of the population of Luxembourg is like from Luxembourg too. So like cut that in half.
That's wild.
Should we level up?
Yeah, let's
Let's
do it.
level up.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I can go.
Perfect.
Um, okay, so I guess I can share my screen, can't I?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Um, So because we're at the end of the tier, most of these options are kind of taken. But uh, I decided I want to do a second increase traits. Uh, and so, and I'm going to gain an HP. I don't really want to gain a stress right now because of that weird thing where I get benefits from being stressed out. um, but I think I'm going to go like instinct and finesse. That feels right. Get those to be slightly less worse.
It's
How bad were they before?
They were ones, so now they're two.
Oh, well, one is still decent.
they're fine. That's yeah, you guys, you're pretty good. Although I guess I do require a significant number of finesse. As I
Yeah.
think about it, instinct and finesse are like probably the two like more
Well,
common defaults I go to.
I mean, we're dealing with business and magic, which is kind of instinct and finesse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You would
And
think it would be
controlling
knowledge, but
things.
And I'm
not
very
in.
glad that I have a high trait of those because
Oh,
I'm terrible in combat. So
um, I'm.
That's
Oh
still
man,
one of
wait.
the funniest moments to me that we've ever had is, when you realized that 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 everybody else packs a much bigger punch and just had
yeah,
it fighting. That was
Okay.
really
This
funny.
one I'm tempted because it's pretty funny. Uh, Once per long rest, when you console or inspire an ally who failed an action roll, you can clear stress.
That's really funny.
Wait, that's so good.
That's a very good one. Gosh, that's really good.
There's another one related to when an ally within close range fails, you can spend 2 hope to let them re-roll one of the die. Um,
That's good.
Similar theme there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Um, this is one I was talking about before. Goad them
yeah.
on, uh, where I can force an uh, enemy to attack me with disadvantage, which is pretty funny, and especially funny with my de-escalating one. Um,
honestly, I would love to see you finesse the forcing an enemy to um attack you with disadvantage because my
Yeah,
god,
that'd
and
be really
then
funny.
the
I thought
things
about
Sam
this
would
one,
pull with that.
but
Mhm.
I feel like Jaime would give me. I feel like Jaime would be very stingy with this. Um, if I'm being
Wow.
honest. Uh,
Wait,
This is what we call negging.
I need to get closer so I can see
so
this
this is
art.
divination. Once per long rest, spend 3 hope to reach out to forces beyond and ask one yes or no question about an event, person, place, or situation in the near future. Um, I just feel like you don't like giving out information from rules.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting feedback. I'll take that note because I often feel like I give too much information. Uh,
Maybe we're just bad at putting it together.
I
Yeah.
don't know
no, no,
who
no.
any of my family is. Character.
They're in Vex.
I in fact know where my family is, so that's okay. But
I the person.
Yeah, if
Um,
anybody doesn't know where their family is, it's me.
Yeah, I know
Not that I
exactly where my
care
family is.
that much,
Or
but
Shibble, I guess.
I do want
yeah,
well, yeah. Does
Shibble knows
anybody
the
know?
least.
well, Shibble came out of the ether.
So I think I do have to take lean on me because it's just too funny to not take. I
And we
assume
fail a
I will
lot
be
of
using it
rolls,
for Libby most of the time. Most of the time I'll be consoling
unfortunately,
Cordelia
yes.
about
Much to Cordelia's chagrin, yes.
and yeah, that's my level up.
please.
Sweet, I can go next. Let me let me give me 1 second to share my screen.
Okay.
And this will be fun because usually, since we share a domain, I let Esther go first. But this time, I'm going first. So we'll see. Okay, so level 4. Still have my little alias, not my real name. Okay, so I want to increase my experiences because we've been using poetic justice a lot, even
Yeah.
though it kind of
Such a
physically
good one.
pains me to use. It is really funny. And we've also been doing some pretty crazy things. So I'll do rebellious streak as well. And then since this is our last level or last tier 2 level, I'm going to do an additional domain card. And I think the one I was looking at was this glyph of nightfall because it could pair really nicely with my experience. I can spot your weakness. So it would both put a glyph on our opponent that shows its weak points and reduce the target's difficulty by a value equal to my knowledge, which is 1. So for everybody, its difficulty is reduced to 1. And then I would get a +2 if I spent a hope and used my experience.
Reduced by 1, not to 1.
Yes, by 1, yes.
That'd
That would be crazy.
be crazy because that's a guaranteed hit.
Yeah, because you can't roll a 1. You can't even
Roll
roll
for
a
it.
2.
Unless you impose disadvantage, then you could possibly roll a 1 or less.
Yeah,
This-
theoretically you could get negative, yeah.
That's true. If you have a disadvantage, you could. The interesting thing about this is it requires me to be in very close range. So I would be putting myself at risk, but that's fine. We do that all the time.
You do it recreationally. I've never seen someone more eager to be like, I impose stress on myself than you.
It's just fun. I can't explain why.
And also, apparently, everyone who's going to be playing in your game in
Yes.
the marathon is the
Yeah, so
same way.
my round in our charity marathon tomorrow, I sent out a survey, and one of the questions was like, how comfortable are you with me putting your character in danger? And 1 was I'm just here for a good time, and 10 was I voluntarily take on more stress, like more mechanical difficulties just because I think it's funny. And the average score was a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
So I'm in for a taste of my own medicine tomorrow. If you want to join
Interesting.
us from 2 to 6, you'll see Libby running apparently a table of Libby's. Okay. Then a domain card.
Indeed. They
Yeah.
live here.
We'll see if they out me. That would be crazy. I think there's a lot of these here. So there's soothing speech, but like Sam already kind of does this, and I don't really see Cordelia as much of a healer. There's stealth expertise, but I feel like I've already got invisibility, so it's not really needed as much.
Unless you try to sneak by on gravel or something.
Right. Then there's this one, which is the one I was thinking about picking. Through your eyes. Choose a target within very far range. You can see their eyes and hear through their ears. You can transition between using your own senses or the target's freely until you cast another spell
Yeah.
or until your next rest.
The art on that is really cool, too.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So I'm just picturing myself just like standing there unresponsive.
Except you would constantly see yourself how others perceive you and demand
Oh,
stress.
yeah, I would take a stress. You're so right.
That being said, I think
I'm
we all
keeping
would
it.
in real life. I mean, that's a nightmare.
Yeah. So I think I'm going that
Okay.
one. And that's all there is for me here at level 4. Now we get Shibble or Nadezhda.
Yeah, who wants to go next?
Shibble it up. Throw yourself. Go through the door.
Shibble. I don't know why I just went full Pokemon there.
Choose you, Shibblemon.
Wow.
Shibble,
My battle
Shibble.
cry is my own name.
Yes, yeah.
I'm keeping it simple. I'm on paper. So, for my leveling up,
You can tell that
Shibble,
about Shibble, yeah.
Shibble doesn't know how to use Demiplane.
Wait, so in the version where they're
this
playing
character bleed?
us,
Yeah.
because remember, we made that canon.
Yeah. So the Carissa character sheet in there didn't play.
The Carissa character sheet is on paper, and it is written in all manner of utensil, just whatever happened to be laying around. Like, you would
What if it's in
assume
crayon?
crayons, but you can't assume Shibble always has access to crayons. Alright, it'll
Yeah,
be
'cause-
like a half-dead Sharpie or like an orange glitter gel pen, just whatever we happen to find. But anyway,
I also
Yeah.
feel like
My-
crayons aren't going to survive for very long around Shoal before they get eaten. So
colors just look so tasty, guys. Like, not even lying. This Shibble is a self-insert character because I work with printing ink.
It's
So
true.
I make pretty colors all day long, and sometimes I'm like, I know it's bad for me, and I know it won't taste like strawberries,
It
but the
looks like it.
conditioning of my childhood tells me that this pink thing will taste like strawberries.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But anyway, leveling up. So I get a +2 to my severe damage threshold,
Why
which
don't you
brings
tell
me.
us what it is? Yeah.
It's just what I get for leveling up as a warrior. It's just because I'm cooler than you guys. I get +2 for no reason. So now my severe damage threshold is 19.
Crazy.
For my 2 level up things, I'm gonna take a hit point slot and a stress slot. And then for my domain card, we were talking about this earlier, but I got Boost. And Boost says mark a stress to boost off a willing ally within close range, fling yourself into the air, and perform an aerial attack against a target within far range. You have
So good.
advantage on the attack. Add a d10 to the damage roll, and end your move within melee range of your target.
So you have to boost off an ally?
Yes.
I'm just picturing you critting and smashing one of us with the force of your boost.
Yeah, Nadezhda is like, I know how I'm going to die.
I just think it's incredibly funny since I'm canonically the biggest person in the group.
Yeah, yeah.
Far.
But like I don't need to
Cordelia, you were
roll to
smaller.
boost. I only need to roll to attack.
Yeah, no, it's great.
The boost happens.
The boost happens.
So I
no matter what.
say Cordelia throw me and it happens. Guaranteed.
With our
That's like
negative
Shibble's
one
magic
strength.
power.
Yeah. The bro throw.
The bro throw. Yes.
Change the title of it right now. Bro throw. The move is bro throw.
Hell yeah.
That is exactly right, Jaime. You're a genius.
Yes.
Anyway, Nadezhda?
Just describe it to us like Carissa did.
Yeah. Well, no one can. Level up.
That's true.
I don't share that gift. Okay, level up to 4. Create experience. I don't think I can. Okay. Can I level up options? 2. Okay, we've got increase traits, gain HP slot. My main HP saver is never being part of a battle because I'm bad at it, so I don't need that.
Wait, have you ever taken an extra HP slot?
I think I get 1 just for being human. So meaner.
I took one, I think, back in the day.
Same with the stress slot. I can't increase experience. Can choose a domain or increase evasion. Okay, so I guess I'll increase traits and choose domain card. Your level or lower. Oh, I can only do that once, huh? All right. I'm sorry. I feel like
This is the last level of tier 2, so now would be the time to use it if you want to.
Okay.
Because you get to do it at tier 3 as well.
Okay. So increase traits. I think I'm going to be a specialist. I think I'm going to increase. Can I increase it? Oh, I can't increase knowledge. So I'm going to increase knowledge by 1. Can increase presence. And I'll increase
Thank goodness
finesse.
somebody else with a positive knowledge score.
Yeah.
It's just been me
thought
this whole
about it.
time.
I made the active decision to not do that.
I mean, that feels Sam.
It really does. It feels so. It's very Sam.
Okay. Stealth, expertise, chokehold, flight. Oh,
You should do it. It would
the
make
taunting I would give.
It would make me so mad. Like, not me, Libby.
But I am absolutely not going to do that. I'm going to choose floating
Are you
eye.
sure? Oh, floating eye. Very cool.
Oh,
Yeah, you've really wanted floating eye for a while. I think floating eye is 1 foot in the river, so to speak, of when it comes to flying, right? It's
yeah.
like being able to see like you're flying.
And now we both have sight-based powers. So that can be its own little fun thing.
I can choose 2.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
choose fly. Wait,
you always get
advantage
one for your
rule.
level, and then when you choose that option, you
Okay.
get a second.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna be so mad the first time you
So
use
funny.
that.
Um,
I think all of us should figure out how to fly just to mess with Cordelia.
Except me. The one person with wings can't fly.
yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see, teleport to another. Okay, I may do blink out, which is teleport to another point you
Ooh.
can see within far range,
Wait, that's really cool.
and fly. Okay, I can temporarily fly. What does the card say? Because that's going to be the deciding factor. Make a spellcast roll on a success. 15, so not an easy one.
No, that's kind of hard for a domain card, DC.
Place a number of tokens equal to your agility, which is 0, on this card when you make an action roll. Okay.
So you can't. You'd have
Would
to
that be
increase.
fun for you?
At least
Okay,
they
you
can
know what?
console you afterwards.
I'm gonna do blink
Yeah.
out. I can spend a hope, make a spell cast roll of 12, much easier. Success,
Mhm.
spend a hope to teleport to another point you can see within far range. And I can spend an additional hope to bring a willing creature with me. So,
Ooh, that's
there we
really
go.
nice.
There we go. So, blink out and floating eye. And oh my god, I would love to fly and just to smite Cordelia, but given that my agility is 0 and that's all I get, I guess we're done. I have leveled.
We had discussed potentially doing some lore rolls.
That's sort of gonna be the next step. Just okay, so, are you guys good for we're gonna start with Libby.
Oh,
Just
is
because.
this an apology for you killing me?
Wait, no, but now I feel the need to make it one.
You know, I made a TikTok comment about that.
No, I didn't see it.
Not on our stuff at all. It was like this guy who was he was like at his own D&D game, and he was sitting there and he was like 20 feet away from the table, and it was like, I died last session, so they're making me sit in the corner. And then I said, well, my GM killed me and I wasn't even there. And then he
I
goes, that's brutal, man.
we should send a letter to what is it? The court thing on NADPOD.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should really like hype up this beef.
It'd be very funny.
I'm never letting you live it down, even though I think it's really funny.
I was like, in my head, I was like, this is the safest thing I could do. This way, at least she's not falling actively.
But at least I didn't get taken and reprinted.
Start with Libby.
The dice box froze
But we should
closed.
probably describe what's happening here, I guess. This is a
Oh,
weird,
yeah.
like, behind the scenes moment. We have so like sometimes when we level, it's happened in the past when we level. I do one-on-one style interviews with the players to basically to get a sense of where they are at the moment of leveling emotionally, sort of like on their character journey, and also to get a sense of what they're thinking about in the world. So I let them sort of at leveling moments behind the scenes make a couple rolls to sort of ground their understanding a little more, and give them a little bit of like time. Basically, this reflects the growth that comes from like what a level change does mechanically in terms of
Mhm.
like their understanding of the world around them.
Like, we're growing and changing physically through
Yeah,
our level up benefits, but this is also like as people,
yeah,
what we're
exactly.
learning.
Yeah, and
Okay.
as your experiences change, your understanding of things that you've already thought you understood, like, has changed will change as well, so.
There are two things I'm concerned with right now.
Uh-huh.
One, my soul.
Uh-huh.
Two,
NBGs.
s-
Why are you
ma-
worried? I don't get it.
inheritance, maybe, whatever my status, I guess, my debts, my situation. Those are the two things I'm concerned with right now.
Okay, what What are you proposing to know, and how do you propose to know it?
So the thing about my status is I feel like I can't really know. There's no way that I would logically know what's happened to the priests. But what I could know potentially or have some vague idea about given that I know their methods is the kinds of tricks people would pull. So like if you remember when I wasn't here and Nadeshda asked you, being me, what what that meant, like if I was disinherited or not. Um you said I don't know that she knows that. She thinks she's disinherited, but she doesn't know what other people might have up their sleeve. My way of approaching this question as her would be like thinking of the kinds of things people would have up their sleeve. So not I don't think I would get a concrete answer, but I think I would get like
A sense of the ways that such, like, family
mhm,
politics and dynamics have worked, right?
patterns, past patterns, past behaviors, that kind of thing.
Do you think this would be a cerebral process for Cordelia, or do you think this would be an intuition process?
I wanna say cerebral because she
I feel like
hasn't
that makes sense.
been around them in a long, long time. And I'm not just saying that because I have a +1 to knowledge and a 0 for instinct. But I think, like, it'd be more like trying to recall patterns in the past versus, like, trying to intuit because I don't really they could be totally different now. So I don't think I would get a sense like, I haven't been watching Phrase to be Phrase. I haven't been keeping up with the media really. I mean, you saw my phone, it's been off for 10 years. So, I think it would be more of a, like, knowledge type thing.
Okay. Why don't we go ahead and make a knowledge roll then?
Okay, I only have a +1, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, no!
Well, so yeah, go ahead and, let's do a knowledge roll
This is
on
a
this.
stretch, but would you say I could use my privilege for this?
I don't think it's a stretch at all.
Okay, perfect. So I get advantage. Oh, that's real bad. That kinda makes sense. It's real, real bad. That is going to be, 12, 13, 14 with fear. I got a 1 on my hope die.
14 with fear. That's not terrible.
Yeah, and
Um,
fear feels right,
yeah, I think that's true. I think that makes the
given,
most
like,
sense.
my attitude about it last session of, like, people people expect me to be happy about it. When you were playing as me, she was being, like, kinda badass about it, like, playing it off, but she's really like, "I don't know what this means," on the
Yeah.
inside. Fear feels right.
Um, I think on a 14 with fear, you're thinking about your mom in the phone
Mhm.
call, and you relate your mom to Imogen's mom.
Yeah, like, she's
Both
got her
of y
own agenda.
Yeah. You think I mean, these are both women who married into the Fraists,
Yeah.
uh, with bringing, very different experiences with them, but,
In
like
my mind, the Darners are an aluminum company
I like that, that's perfect, yeah.
because he made the helicopters kind of look like them or
Yeah.
be vaguely aesthetically similar to them. So that kind of when you talked about aluminum, it kind of made sense, like, maybe that's their contribution.
Yeah, and I believe aluminum is, like I mean, this is not that we need to, like, appeal to real world facts, but I believe aluminum is, like, found at higher concentrations where gold is found.
Oh, I didn't know that,
I
but that would
think
make sense.
as
Maybe
one
they
of
have
those, like
both.
yeah, I think maybe it's sort of like a symbolic marriage situation.
Mhm. Wait, I love that. Wow. I should write a poem about it.
Yeah. Um,
Maybe I will.
I think on a 14 with fear, you're thinking about your mom and your aunt, and you know your aunt has her own agenda.
Mhm.
And
Evidently. I don't know what it is, but she has
yeah,
one.
yeah, she has some kind of agenda. And uh it involves Imogen, and you're kinda thinking like, Does my mom have anything like that for me?" Like, is there we don't have the same kind of relationship at
Oh.
all, but you're just kinda like is there a chance or, like, possibility that, like, my mom feels the same way about me that Imogen's mom might feel about her? Like, not identical, but, like, is
Yeah.
there any amount of, like, desire to directly interfere or not, and in what way?
Interesting. Yeah, and by calling her, if there was, I may have opened
Yeah,
that channel.
yeah,
Interesting.
exactly, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, that feels like an appropriate amount of information to get. Cool. Okay, then let's discuss the other matter at hand, my
Okay.
soul.
I got 2 questions, mom and soul. What's going on?
Yeah, well, it's more like my debts and my soul,
That's fair, yeah.
but mom also important. So the way that I would think that I would have learned more about soul prints in since the last level up, which I think was right after we killed Morella, is one through talking to Max. Obviously, he gave us a lot of information, but it was also kind of vague, which is what he wanted probably. And two, when I touched the ley line conduit last week and kind of fe felt not exactly heard distinctly, but there was definitely ardent in the ley lines. So if there's any way to synthesize those 2 things to learn more about soul prints. And also, I just died,
That's
almost.
fair. Yeah.
So
I
if
mean,
there's a
I
way
think
to
I
add
think
that
of it
3rd
less
thing
as,
in
like,
there.
you, like, mechanically died or something, but more of, like, you
I
reached
was
a
at
real
an
point of inflection that your health
Mhm.
could have gone drastically
It was
bad.
like a near-death experience since we went
Yeah,
avoid death, yeah.
yeah. But I think this is gonna be presence.
Okay, perfect. It's still a +1, but it feels better. Ooh, okay. Again with fear. Um, but this time it is a 17.
17 with fear, okay. I think as you look at this, Project World Mind
Mhm.
has something to do with the fungal and how they left or why they left.
Yeah.
Um, and Project World Mind sort of turns into, at some point in the history, what becomes the soul print thing. Azure mentions being split into 3 people or 5 people,
Mhm.
and that is a terrifying prospect to you.
Yes.
Um, is it possible you have been split?
Oh. That's really scary. Oh, no.
I think that's what you get with a 17 with fear is, a thought like an icicle in your gut. Have I been
No.
split?
No, okay, well, yeah, that is a fear response. Okay. I think those are my 2. Yeah. Alright, so I will leave, and we can send in the next one.
Welcome to level 4. You are Carissa and Shibble at the same time, which feels like a lot, honestly. Because, like, man, yeah, Shibble is
Shibble
a
doesn't
big
take up
character.
too much space in my head.
Oh, that's fair. That's probably fair. Yeah. Uncomplicated, but large. But actually, I don't think uncomplicated at all. I actually think that's not true. But anyway, this is about you, not me. How is Shibble feeling?
I mean, I've been up until this point very just focused on Azure. Like let's help Azure because A Azure helped me and I got to pay that back. And Azure was like super duper distressed. And I'm like, that's not cool. We should fix that. But I'm also like thinking a little bit about like what the wider consequences of everything is gonna be in Veskar. Like, we've got CEOs turning into celestial beings and like, multiple members of the Freist family have just, died in a fiery helicopter crash, and who knows who else is dead in the downtown of the city. So like, yeah, I'm I'm mainly thinking about what we're gonna do in the Underfen and how we're gonna help Azure and the rest of the Fungrels, but there is that small part of me that's like, how messed up is everything gonna be when we come back up? Like, how apocalypse are we talking?
Do you think Shibble thinks about this question? Like, in what terms, or perhaps like through what lens, or with what sort of tools of thinking does Shibble journal about it? I know that Shibble probably doesn't journal about it, but
Shibble does
as an
not.
example.
I mean, I think really the main thing of it is everyone gonna be okay? Like, I don't think Shibble considers or understands deeply the power struggles that will come in when the head of a family is gone or the head of a company is gone. But Shibble does understand that these vacancies may lead to more people getting hurt. You know, Shibble doesn't understand the economic downfall that comes with the collapse of society. But Shibble wonders if the noodle shop is still gonna be open.
Right, right.
You know?
I totally get it. I totally get it. Okay, cool. Now, do you think Shibble's gonna be doing this by looking outside of themselves, or are they looking within themselves? Is this an introspective process, or is this a prospective, like a looking around process?
Looking around, I'd say.
Okay. I'm gonna make this a knowledge roll,
Oh, ah.
but I'm gonna give you advantage on it because Azure is helping you with it.
Well, my knowledge is, as always, a -1. I have my bowl full of dice. I'm
Yeah,
sure you can hear it. It's so loud.
yeah.
I'm
Here's
sorry.
my tray.
All right. All right. Knowledge with advantage. That's
Mhm.
going to be not bad, actually. That is 11 plus 4 plus 5
Wow, that's
makes
really good.
20 minus 1. That's a 19 with hope on
19
a
with hope.
knowledge roll.
That's fantastic.
Jibble being smart for once.
I think that you're not wrong. I think Shibble is like asking some questions that are maybe the first time they've ever asked these questions. Um, like, these aren't necessarily questions people have to ask themselves, like, what happens after the apocalypse or whatever? But, like, so it's not that common to ask that question, but I think Shibble's sort of, like, grounded in a way that it makes that question a little more understandable to them. Um, they are very interested in whether or not Ren's gonna be around, or whether the noodle shop's gonna be around, or, how this affects people that they know. I think on a 19 with hope, I think you focus on a couple things that Azure has said to you that may have flown under the radar at the time, but you understand that fundamentally, like, Azure is not a doomer, right? Azure is obviously hope-filled and and looking forward to a better future. She's not weighed down, I think, by concern about what might go wrong. She is propelled by the possibility that things might be better. And I think you feel much closer to her in that moment of realization. Um, and yeah, I think from that you draw the sense of, like, if we are together, not we, but if people are together, like, if people have a community, if people have a person to talk to relate to, that makes everybody just a little bit stronger. And you've kind of always known this. This is sort of your bro code, just like in a different light. And maybe that's why you guys got along so famously well immediately. Maybe that's why Azure liked you so much. So yeah, I think the answer is things might be looking up for you. Things aren't terrible. They might go really bad. It's possible they go really bad. There's no way to avoid that, but the only way they don't go bad is if you guys do something.
Yeah, I kind of figured that part out already.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, yeah. It
Like the part where Azure said we need to stop this or everyone will die, like that one did not go under the radar.
yeah, 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 yeah. That was on the nose, so to speak. But, I think, she's a fun character to play. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I think but you really, like, you focus on the fact that in all of this, and with that knowledge that she has, like, even though she knows this, she's still positive. She's still very, like, she looks forward to a future that's better. So, you get hope out of that. You
I get
feel
a
you find
hope.
yourself a little stronger. Yeah, you can take a hope for sure.
Oh. Oh, speaking of, do we like take a rest at the end of last session?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so
Not
still
yet. Yeah,
keeping armors and
yeah.
such marked.
Yeah, everybody is dinged up to the point that they were at the end of last session at the moment.
Got it, got
So,
it.
all right. What about your second question?
I'm not good at coming up with questions.
I could prompt you if you want.
Ooh, I love prompts.
Um, how about mode of transportation?
God, mode of transportation? Ooh, what about mode of transportation?
Well, you guys saw the train is
That's
hanging off the
right,
thing.
there's a train.
Yeah, the train is brand new, and you guys saw it hanging off the monorail tracks, the maglev tracks.
That's true.
And are you good with this idea of like investigating this?
Investigating the monorail.
No, no, mode of transportation or yeah. Do you have any questions about like the car that you guys drove and why it was different, or what the train did and where like how it might be now, or yeah,
No, Shibble has a
okay,
more Shibble question.
okay, what's that?
Mentacles.
Oh, okay, yeah,
What
we
are
should
they
talk. Why
doing?
are we talking about
Where
the
are they
medicals in the
going?
room? That's such a good. You are so. That's so true. What you just said. Um, how does Shibble feel about the mentacles?
I feel like there is sort of a comfort in it in the way it offers like a level of connection between people, and that's something Shibble has always sought anyway, and it's like now I have a shortcut to do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but I also think it is very strange and like kind of, not understanding what else they can do. What are their limitations? Are they ever going to go away?
Um, is that the question? Are they going to go away?
Yeah, I guess the question would be should I expect them to get weaker or stronger over time?
How do you think Shibble would answer this question or try to?
I mean, Shibble knows that the mentacles first appeared when I drank Apocalypse River water.
Mhm. That's true.
So, in Shibble's mind, if I feel the power of the mentacles slipping away, I need to find a really nasty little body of water and start sipping.
God, what a
Shibble has
character.
a very simplified view of cause and effect on
Yeah,
things.
no, this is beautiful. I love it. That's so funny. Okay, okay, so roll instinct.
Instinct. It's gonna be a +1.
What is it?
That's a 9
9 with hope
with
or
hope.
fear? With hope.
With hope.
Um, I think as you think about this, you have a gut feeling here. And that gut feeling is this is a muscle, and I do know how to use a muscle. So, but more than anything, you just think I am hopeful is really how you come away from this.
Mhm. Interesting.
Like, I mean, unfortunately, on a diet, I can't give much more. I just say like
I know.
it's you feel hopeful. Alright.
Okay.
This is like, I have a one of the shots I have for the, screenshots I took for the thumbnail, is Cordelia going like this as you use your mentacles.
I've been thinking I should make some and like add them to the
I
hat.
think that'd be cool, honestly. I think that'd be very cool.
I'll go get some like blue pipe cleaners that I
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Alright, do you want to, send one of the other 2 in?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Here, let me do it. I'll actually, I just realized that I could do this without if we did it this way, then we don't have to have dead air time. Look at that.
I
All of us
guess
are growing every day.
I'll stay until someone comes in.
Righty. Let's
I'll
go to the
fill the
sidebar.
silence.
Oop. Okay, let's do, yeah, file.data.
Well, if these rolls were adding hope to my hope stash, then I'm full of
Yeah,
hope.
they are adding, they do mechanically take the effects of your
Hooray.
roll.
I love that for me.
Yeah, Carissa had very
Carissa
fearful
had
ones.
2 rolls with hope, even though one was bad. Literally, the instinct roll, it was a 1 and a 7.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I just realized that I meant to say Libya when I said Carissa. So I was reading Carissa. I hope you had more hope.
I did.
Alrighty.
Hello.
All right,
All right. Bye
bye.
bye. How is Sam feeling right now? What is Sam feeling? Who is Sam feeling? And when is Sam feeling?
So many questions.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got a lot of emotions right now that he hasn't necessarily felt like he's had time to process. Definitely feeling, you know, scared of the fact that the moment he even thought about making a revolutionary underground group, he already got a thing saying, "Hey, don't do that." Just terrifying. Yeah. But
So you're feeling trepidatious, maybe a little like uh perceived.
and Sam is always paranoid, but he's even more paranoid.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. You can call it paranoid. I was thinking more just like literally observed, but yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Um, okay. All right. And what specifically, like what kinds of questions or what sort of things that has Sam been thinking about in the world? What does he want to know about what's happening?
I mean, understanding the nature of the lattice, how it connects to everything, the understanding the nature of Rasmodius and what he actually is, how to help the fungrels basically. Those are some things that are on his mind. How do I stop them from watching me all the time?
Okay. Let's do that exact thing you just said. How do I stop them from watching me all the time?
Yeah. Because I mean, and I was asking these questions sort of last session anyway, but like, what does it take to block the spell grid? Because it was like, hey, it's still working even though we're like crazy underground and shit.
Okay. 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 Let us do this then. That's a good that is a good refining of the question. How do you think Sam is asking this question? What is his angle on it? What's his lens? What is he thinking about it like intellectually? Is he thinking about it like emotionally? Is he thinking about it by observing the world, or is he thinking about it by like observing how he feels?
Yeah, I think it's more of like a logical thought process. It's more like noticing that the spell grid still works here and trying to think through logically how that can be possible.
Okay. Uh what's your spell trait?
Strength.
Your strength. Okay. Make a strength roll with advantage.
19 with fear.
19 with fear. Interesting. Okay. That was with advantage?
Mhm.
Okay. Here's how you think. Here is what you think in this moment and how you think. The spell grid is fundamentally built as a surveillance system. And that means when you are using it, you are by definition being surveilled. So that is a deeply chilling thought to you because you think about you think about like kids and you think about um like all the sort of like the kinds of promises that like companies might make about your privacy or like about what is associated with your name or whatever. And you look at like the fact that this
When that's not much of a revelation for Sam.
no, I know. This is the fear part specifically. Like this is like it
Sam kind of already
chills
knew
you.
this, but yeah, thinking about it more.
Like you just like you build this picture out of like a whole network of networks that are just eating every person alive and chewing them up and spitting them out for money for people who are already insanely wealthy,
Man, that
right?
sounds horrible. I wouldn't want to have to go through that.
I know, wouldn't that be miserable? And, the I think on a 19 with fear, that maybe this is the real insight moment. You think about that, and you know this, right? But you have this sort of this, like you know all of this stuff I just said. It's about perspective shift. You have a sort of cosmic moment of viewing it in the whole picture, not whole picture, but a big picture. And you're like, "Wow," uh, but also this isn't news. And then you think about the fact that you're so far underground, and you realize for the first time in your entire life, you're not on the spell grid.
Yeah, because Cordelia and Nadezhda had been not on the spell grid when they got put in the spell grid proof room, but Sam was not there.
This is the first time every magical thing that's happening, it's not from the spell grid.
Actually, that's an interesting question. I mean, I assumed that if you left the city and went far enough, you wouldn't be on the spell grid, right?
Theoretically, it depends on where it is.
I mean, so like, I guess technically when Sam was very young and didn't live in the city itself, he wasn't on the spell grid.
But I feel like you were you living with, Dr. Bobo?
Not then, no.
Okay, okay.
It was like a
If you were
farm on the continent, but like not,
inland okay,
yeah,
right, yeah, I remember now. I think, uh, yes, that is true. You were not on the spell grid, but magic was still working.
yeah, not that I could remember it. I mean,
Yeah. Um, think I think you would remember actually that, I think I don't know, maybe as a child you would be able to sort of like parse this from other things, but I feel
yeah,
like you
I
would
think,
feel like
I think
magic was different when you were a
with,
kid.
I think with the timeline, I set it up so that I moved to the city when I was like 2, so I was
Yeah,
too
yeah.
young to remember what was going on
But
before then.
I think you just get the sense that like magic was different before. Like moving to the city made things more complicated and cosmopolitan and complex, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
But yeah, you think about like, and this chills you to your bones. You are for the first time in your life actually off the spell grid.
Well, and it's interesting that it doesn't seem to have affected any of my magic, as far as I can tell.
You touched a ley line conduit. It was raw, but channeled magical potency. I think what as you're thinking about this, maybe you what you sort of ponder is what is the role of the spell?
Yeah.
What is it doing?
I'm also curious, how deep underground did I have to go before I lost contact with the spell grid?
Oh, I think on a 19 with fear, I think you this is that's part of your realization probably. You realize Vescar is currently off the spell grid.
Right, because it was all screwy before we went down anyway. So it doesn't really tell me that. Yeah, the fact that I'm off it doesn't really isn't really about being underground.
Yeah, I think you could investigate that a little further, like see what that maybe the difference is.
I mean, yeah, because Sam thought is like, all right, well, if you had a bunker with 10-foot thick concrete walls, would that block the spell grid? Like, how far would you have to go?
I think maybe you would look at how far down this room that you guys are in.
But if the spell grid's already messed up above, then that doesn't tell me
Maybe
anything.
this room was built this far down for a reason.
Oh, interesting. Wow, that's quite far.
It is quite far. Yeah.
Because I think like I had assumed that it was closer to what it would take to block like a cell phone signal, but it seems like it's much stronger than that.
I mean, I'll speak directly to this a little bit. The direct exposure to the ley line conduits, uh, is like interference.
Eh.
Um, the conduits weave through the ground, but sometimes they're exposed, sometimes they're not. But like since the earthquake happened, they're more exposed than they've been.
So maybe if I could study exactly the kind of interference that they put out, it could be something that I could replicate.
Yeah, you could do that. I think that would be interesting. Yeah. Hold on to that thought for with respect to what's what's going to happen pretty immediately after uh we pick back up.
If I ever get some downtime.
Yeah, I think you guys just had a couple days, right? Right? Didn't you? I think you did.
Um, I
You
think we
did.
have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one single long rest.
No, no, no. I'm sorry. Right before 2 sessions ago, you guys had like 4 days of downtime to do work
I
because
don't
that's
think
when
they
you
give
did.
us that
That
many downtime actions, but I could be wrong.
I thought so. You guys did mostly healing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but that's
You
only
guys
like,
did. What's that?
I mean, healing is going to take one long rest downtime action.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, but I think like most of the downtime actions you guys spent, I think it was two. You guys had two downtime actions each.
Right, which is standard for, well, long rest.
Okay, yeah,
So my point is like, you can say it's 4 days, but it's the same as if it were 8 hours because we only got two downtime actions.
okay. Well, if you want to do some specific downtime actions for 4 days worth of rest, you can.
Yeah, I mean, once we get out of here, for sure, I have things that I want to do. I have an entire list of things that I want to do.
Um, do you have another question you might want to know more about?
I mean, I guess I want to understand what I can about the history of this place. And
Ooh,
I sent that text to Dr. Bobo. Like, I want to understand what happened here and what was this place.
gosh, I think Sam would know. I don't think you need to make a roll here at all. I think Sam would just know that you're about to learn a whole lot about that.
Okay. Um,
That is, I think, in the exact thing Azure's been talking about basically this whole time. Is like we're gonna go meet my family, my friends, etc.
yeah, and I mean, I
So I'm
guess
gonna
that's
give you
also like,
another question on top of that because that's I don't even
yeah,
think that that's a
I guess like trying to ponder the nature of Rasmodius. And I think that's
oh
probably something that I know more about than Sam does, because I don't think Sam knows his backstory necessarily or much of it.
yeah no he I don't think
So,
Sam knows that at all.
so from Sam's perspective, it's like, is he a god? Is he something else? Like, what is he? And I say this is a slight spoiler, but since it's just us, um, next level, uh, I'm planning on multi-classing to
Oh
wizard, and part of that
oh
is a journey in moving away from thinking of Rasmodius as a god.
interesting. I like that. That's very interesting. Okay, cool to know. I'm gonna make a note of this. Okay, cool. I think that that is very cool, and I encourage you to interact with Rasmodius. I encourage your characters to interact with each other. Um, if you would like to have scenes as Rasmodius, by all means. Um, and I can give you like other info that Rasmodius might have. That
Yeah, I think maybe like a downtime thing of trying to commune with him would be
that'd be
something
cool. I
I'm
think
trying
that'd
to
be a
do.
very cool idea. Okay, cool. Give me a knowledge roll.
Just straight up. That is 18 with hope.
18 with hope. Okay. Rasmodius is not omnipotent and omniscient, but he certainly is potent. Whatever he is, he's somehow related to or something akin to or next to the to the births of the like the eidolons and the sort of like gods, the baby gods sort of being born. He's got to be related to that in some way. I think on an 18 with Hope. I mean, you guys have interacted with him about this already. He's like the reverse of a surveillance spirit.
The
A
counter
surveillance spirit,
spirit.
kind of in a way, yeah. A surveillance spirit is a synthetic personage that is born from using the shape of a person and filling it with its own with your own sort of stuff. Rasmodius is thus inverted a real person in a synthetic space. So yeah, does that speak to?
Yeah, I think Sam's just, like, how do how do I gain that power, I guess, without having to necessarily make those sacrifices.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think Sam's also worried about the chip in his head.
You mean the God thing?
Yeah,
I think that this is very intimately related to that. I think as specifically my thoughts for how you rolled there were about that and surveillance and being like imposed upon in some way in that, along those lines. And specifically, what you note in that thought is Rasmodius doesn't do that. He contacts you externally. He puts himself into the world instead of putting himself into you. So yeah, I don't know. Does that
yeah, no,
give you
no,
any insight, do you think?
that makes sense.
And I think you might sort of get the feeling that like maybe they're not opposites of each other, this God thing in your head and Rasmodius, but they're related in some way that is maybe there's like more than two dimensions to opposites.
Right, but they're different, definitely.
They're very different. They're very different. Yeah. Along, but like you're not sure maybe along what axes. That could be something you might want to like spend time looking at. You do have a little drop of God in your head that you could maybe do some experiments on. Just a tap, just a little bit. The doors to perception are the keys to the doors to perception are in your head right now. So you could just borrow the perception car, I guess, to take a trip. Ha ha ha! I made a joke.
on
Okay.
my uh on my list to find a brain search.
Yeah, fair. Uh, yeah. Brain or mind?
I think brain. I think this is like the idea is the physical process of getting this hardware out of his head.
There's definitely actual hardware in your head, just to be totally clear on that. There's actual fucking hardware in your head. Little spherical, like, mercury
I just
things.
have to stick my head in an EMP.
Yeah, that's all. And just let it explode out. That's fine.
It'll be fine.
Also, like, you're probably safe to have MRIs.
Are there MRIs?
Oh, you guys have experienced one. You guys encountered one.
Oh,
In
yeah.
in the wellness loop.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't have
Uh,
a chip in my brain then.
yeah, yeah. I've thought this is a question I've actually had, like, tracking where you go magnetically and giving you enough time and rolls to, like, understand that that's a problem of okay, cool. So, let us then, I'm gonna call in Esther, and then we will do you feel like you might have, like, a better sense of Sam's goals at the moment?
I think
Like, did my
so.
questions help?
I mean, I don't know that it changed much, but
Yeah.
it's helpful.
If you want any more specific clarification, you can reach out and let me know, and I can see what I can tell you. But I wrote down the roles you got. So, also make sure to mark your hope.
Yeah, I'm sad we won't be getting you in the marathon, but it seems like it worked out with your illness anyway. So,
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that. I feel yeah,
I mean, yeah,
I'm
it worked out that like we have 1.5 slots out of the entire thing that's left. So basically, 6 hours of space is all we have for GMs and 5 players.
wow,
Yeah,
wow.
it's crazy.
That's congratulations on that. That's freaking great. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
All right. So we will move on to Esther slash Nadezhda.